Okay, everyone. So, uh, this week I have a couple of awesome videos from a couple Calgary Roughnecks. Pl- Please, joining me in these interviews. Please join me in watching these videos now. Okay, so we are doing an interview today with my buddy Jeff Cornwall of the Calgary Roughnecks. Welcome, Jeff, to Tech-Lax.
Hey, thanks for having me, Owen.
Yeah, no worries. I have some questions here for you that I may or may not have given you the heads up for already.
I think I saw a couple of questions.
Yeah. Oh, hey. The one I've been dying to ask because, well, it's happened the last few games is what's with the last minute goals all the time?
Honestly, I can't tell you. I'm not really. I'm not usually a guy to score in the last couple seconds. I usually just try to keep the ball out of our net. But the last few games, I've been lucky enough to be like have an opportunity to capitalize and like I guess I shot from like 3/4 of the floor last time.
Yeah.
Like I'm just surprised that it went near the net, let alone in. So it was kind of nice just to put the ball up and see what happens.
Yeah. And I understand you're a video game type of guy. What's your favorite video game?
For video games, well, there's like my favorite all-time video game.
Yeah.
All time that would have to be like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. The N64 games. They're like nothing will ever compare to those. Luckily, because I'll never be like 15 years old again. Because the nostalgia there is just like nothing compares to it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's fair. I have a GameCube here actually, so I get
Oh yeah,
I get a little bit of nostalgia value out of playing Smash Bros. Melee.
yeah. Smash Bros. Melee. That was almost too complicated for me. Like I
Yeah,
was like an original Smash Bros. Kind of guy. And then once Melee came in and they had like air dodging and stuff, I was like, this is too much. Like, I'm just going to stick to what I know on the N64.
that is fair enough. Okay, best Disney film in your opinion?
Best Disney film, I would say it's it's got to be Jungle Book for me.
Nice. Favorite song from that film?
Ooh, favorite song, like my favorite Disney soundtrack is different than my favorite Disney film, if that makes sense.
Okay, what's your favorite Disney soundtrack then?
Favorite Disney soundtrack would have to be Mulan.
Okay, that's a good one.
Because that song, like "I'll Make a Man Out of You,"
Yep.
like the irony that they got going on there is it's second to none. Like it's pretty phenomenal, and I, yeah, like it was on my workout playlist a little bit, kind of as like one of those like pump up joke type songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. That's definitely got to be my favorite soundtrack.
Nice. Yeah, there's actually a Pokemon parody I've listened to a few times of that same song
Oh, very cool.
called I'll Make a Mon Out of You.
I'll have to
Yeah.
check that.
Yeah. What superpower would you pick and why?
Oh, this is like one of my favorite questions because I think like depending on the day that you ask me, my superpower might change. But for today, I would say superpower of choice would have to be the ability to stop time.
Hmm. That would be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, because like some people think I'm pretty fast right now, but if I could freeze time for people for like 2 seconds and then run to the other side of the room, like I'm even faster. So that's probably my go-to superpower.
Nice. That's a really good one. How do you like playing Calgary versus Edmonton?
Oh, it's awesome. Like I remember like earlier on in my career when I was playing for Edmonton and we'd do like the Battle of Alberta. Um, the first couple of years that I played for Edmonton, the Edmonton team we weren't super strong, and Calgary definitely had our number. And then over the years, it kind of like the Edmonton team started growing. We started building like around a core group, and then we started to win a lot more of those, and now like it seems like both organizations, Edmonton having moved to Saskatchewan now, it seems like both organizations are kind of at like it seems like they're pretty equal. I mean, we're probably going to find out a little bit more on Friday when we play them, so we'll
Yeah, let's
see.
let's hope, hey.
Yeah, we'll see who has the upper hand then. But to my understanding, I think that it'll be a pretty solid matchup. So I'm looking forward to getting after it against those guys, and hopefully, turning the tide in Calgary's favor for the next couple of seasons or whatever we have going.
Yeah. What is your dream vacation?
Ooh, dream vacation has to be. I've always wanted to go to Japan. Yeah, that's like kind of top tier of the list. I think I've talked about it enough to convince my fiance to make it our honeymoon destination. So,
Nice.
so I hopefully I'll be able to go on my dream vacation probably this year.
Nice, yeah. Since I'm a big Pokemon kind of guy, I they have stores dedicated to it over there. Did you know that?
I have seen a couple of neat shops like
Yeah.
between like all the like anime stuff that they got going on, like all the video game stuff they have going on,
Yeah.
then the temples, the cherry blossoms, all everything about it is I can't wait to go explore.
Yeah, they have specialty Pokemon stores named after a location in the game called Pokemon Centers.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll check out a couple of those for you.
Yeah, no worries. If you get some cool stuff, let me know. Yeah. Next question. What do you think it would have been like for you in Vegas?
Uh, yeah, it's like having been expansion drafted there and then traded pretty quickly after. I was looking forward to the opportunity to play for a new team. And I'm getting that same opportunity in Calgary. I mean, an expansion team, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think what I would have really liked about Vegas is my brother plays in Vegas, and I haven't had too many opportunities to play with him in my career. I think the only time I got to play with him was in the year that was canceled because of COVID. So
Yeah.
it would have been really cool to play with my brother. But the chips fall where they may, and I found a pretty awesome place in Calgary. I'm happy to be here. So
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason, and I think we're starting to figure out what those reasons are now.
Yeah. I am actually hoping I actually have your brother's old Sass gloves actually, so I'm hoping to have him on it at a later date.
Fair enough. Yeah, you should get him to sign them for you or something.
Yeah, maybe I will. Who is the hardest goalie to score on in the NLL?
Uh, Personally, I would have to say that. Well, it's. I think there's a close running, and I think the running would definitely be between Christian Del Bianco and Dylan Ward. Um, I think like my all-time career stats, having played against Del Bianco for quite some time, I'm pretty sure I have one goal on him and maybe like 50 shots.
Oh wow.
And I think Dylan Ward, I think it's a very similar tally.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't like. I watch film on these guys. I like now that I get to practice against Delbs. Like, yeah, if I'm trying to score, like, usually doesn't work out. If I throw like some sort of goofy, tricky shot, sometimes I can fool him, but normally he's got my number. So,
Yeah.
and then for Wardo, like, hopefully I'm able to net one when we play them this weekend. But he's a pretty fantastic goaltender. So, got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. Okay, since we talked about video games, Sony or Xbox?
Hmm. I would have to give it to. I would say Xbox.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would say Xbox for video game purposes. I like Sony for a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Like they make fantastic televisions and like good like Bluetooth headsets and whatnot. But yeah, Xbox. I feel like the Xbox games, like the Halo series, being like a. I guess I'm 31 years old. When Halo came out, it just like swept the nation. It was the best first person shooter that's ever been released. Like I think it's hard to follow, like to compete with that when a game like that kind of revolutionized the way that we play first-person shooters.
Yeah, that is totally fair. And then I got another one. And this is not a loaded question. Twitch or YouTube?
I do love Twitch,
Yeah.
but I definitely give it to YouTube, largely because every Twitch creator has a YouTube. Not every YouTube creator has a Twitch.
That's fair.
So, you got to YouTube is the alpha and the omega of the online video world. Twitch is really cool. It's pretty entertaining to watch live streams and stuff, and I think they got that side of things down packed. But the VODs on Twitch aren't nearly the quality is just can't compare to what YouTube offers.
Yeah. And my final question. You get to pick the next NL expansion team. What city and what's the name?
And the name of the team? Whew.
Yeah. Off the top of your head, I need a name and a city.
Okay. If I were to pick a city, I think the NLL would do really well in Nashville. I think Nashville would be super cool. And to throw out a name, maybe a generic name, I don't know, the Nashville Blaze or something, or I'm not too sure for names. I'm not very good at naming franchises.
Nashville Blaze sounds good to me though.
Something like that. I think it could be pretty cool.
Nice. And other than Calgary, who has the best logo in the league?
Best logo in the league. I think I think my favorite logo, apart from Calgary's, am I allowed to go well, I guess I have to go current logos. Probably current logos, hey?
You can go a little bit old school. I was doing some research on those earlier.
Okay. My favorite jersey that I've ever worn, the coolest jersey that I own, is the Edmonton jersey. It was our third alternate, and it was just a big E.
Nice.
On the middle of the big E. It's black, white, and silver. Very simple.
Yeah.
But that's one of the coolest jerseys I've owned. And then I would say, apart from Calgary's jersey in the current day, I would probably have to say I like what the Mammoth got going on. I think the Mammoth's logo is pretty clean. I think it might be just a little bit too big on their turf. If you've ever watched one of the
I have, yeah.
It's it's so big that it's it's extreme. But it's pretty cool that it can be that big, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time today, Jeff.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. This has been Owen with Tech-Lax, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you later.
I wanted to thank everyone for watching these amazing interviews. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And I have some more amazing stuff coming that I will let you know at a later date.